The Young and the Restless, a tense confrontation between Lily Winters and Audra Charles. The simmering tensions in Genoa City are only about to get worse as Lily Winters finds herself confronting the ambitious and calculating Audra Charles. Lily, never one to shy away from a confrontation when something feels off, will face Audra head-on, questioning her about the increasingly suspicious closeness between her and Holden Novak. This confrontation could be the spark that ignites a series of events, revealing a complex web of personal and professional intrigue that might have been carefully concealed for too long. Lily, who has always been deeply protective of her own relationships and professional integrity, will not let go of the uneasy feeling that has settled in her gut about Audra. Over the past weeks, she's seen Audra's rise within the company and her growing influence over Nate Hastings, Lily's colleague and someone she considers a good friend. However, it's not just Audra's professional connections that have Lily on edge, it's the complicated, subtle personal dynamics that are beginning to surface. Audra and Holden's sudden closeness doesn't go unnoticed. To Lily, the sight of them together could signify much more than just a professional relationship. There is a look in Holden's eyes, one that she recognizes all too well, a look that speaks volumes about the potential for romantic involvement. Lily, who herself has experienced heartache from men in her life, will feel an immediate sense of urgency. Could Holden be slipping back into a pattern of old habits, falling for someone who could destabilize everything around him? At the heart of this brewing storm lies Nate Hastings. He's the man Lily has admired for years, not just for his intelligence and determination, but for his loyalty. But recently, Nate has been drifting away from the people who matter most to him, especially as his professional life begins to intertwine with Audra's. Lily has noticed that something isn't quite right between them, a tension that neither of them can fully explain. Audra's influence over Nate is growing more apparent, and though Nate continues to deny any personal interest in her, Lily is unconvinced. Is Nate truly immune to Audra's charm, or is he just too polite to set boundaries? As Lily confronts Audra, her suspicions will only grow stronger. Audra's professional ambitions have often been paired with her personal manipulations, and Lily won't take the chance of Audra using her charm to get what she wants. The key to Audra's success lies in her ability to control the room, to make people see her as someone they can trust when, in reality, she's always a few steps ahead of everyone else. Lily knows that, despite Audra's polished exterior, there's something darker beneath the surface. The more she learns, the more convinced she becomes that Audra has an agenda, one that will affect not just Nate, but possibly everyone around her. Lily's instincts will also lead her to a frightening conclusion: Audra and Victor Newman may be more closely aligned than anyone thought. Rumors swirl about the deal between Audra and Victor, a partnership that promises to deliver great power, but at what cost? Lily has long held a sense of unease about Victor's involvement with various figures in Genoa City, but now she must contend with the idea that Audra could be working with him for her own gain. Will Lily be able to uncover their true intentions before it's too late? But the emotional stakes for Lily are even higher than just business or professional rivalries. The personal stakes are what truly threaten to tear apart everything she holds dear. Holden's sudden interest in Audra, combined with his history with Lily, will cause her to question everything she thought she knew about him. Was Holden just a victim of circumstances, or is he once again being manipulated by someone like Audra? The fear of history repeating itself, with Holden falling back into a relationship that could destroy his career and his heart, will weigh heavily on Lily's mind. As the tension mounts, Lily's protective nature towards Nate will only intensify. She has always been a staunch supporter of Nate, believing in his potential, but she now fears for his well-being. If he continues down this path with Audra, there could be consequences that no one expects. Lily might also be faced with the harsh reality that her role in Nate's life, and her influence over him, might be fading. Will she be able to keep him on the right track, or will she lose him to Audra's web of influence? In the coming weeks, Lily's confrontation with Audra will mark a pivotal moment in both women's lives. As Lily begins to unravel the layers of manipulation surrounding Audra's life, she'll come to realize that nothing is as it seems. The question will no longer be about professional competition, but about personal betrayal and the shifting sands of loyalty and love. What will Lily do when faced with the shocking truths about Holden, Nate, and Audra? Will she step in to protect the people she cares about, or will she be forced to watch as they make decisions that could destroy everything she has worked for? For Audra, the pressure is mounting. She has been playing a dangerous game with everyone around her, and Lily's questioning could lead to her unraveling. Will she be able to maintain her composure, or will her carefully constructed life come crashing down under the weight of Lily's scrutiny? And for Nate, the fallout from this confrontation could be far-reaching, testing his relationships with Lily and others who have supported him throughout his journey. Will he choose to follow his own path, or will he succumb to Audra's manipulations, risking everything for the promise of power and success? As Lily continues to question everything she once knew, the answers she uncovers will force everyone involved to confront their deepest fears, desires, and the consequences of their actions. The lines between personal and professional lives will blur, and in the end, it will be up to each character to decide which alliances are worth fighting for, and which betrayals are too much to forgive. This tense and dramatic storyline promises to redefine the relationships in Genoa City, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting what will come next. Can Lily navigate this web of lies and manipulation? Or will she become another casualty in Audra's dangerous game of power? Only time will tell in this unpredictable and high-stakes narrative. The Young and the Restless, Diane and Jack's emotional journey through renovation and truth. As the drama of Genoa City continues to unfold, the tension between Diane Jenkins and Jack Abbott intensifies, particularly surrounding their ongoing home renovation project. Diane, who has always prided herself on maintaining a sense of control and grace, finds herself increasingly anxious as Jack delays revealing his true thoughts about the changes she's making. Her excitement about this new chapter in their lives, a chapter she believes will bring them closer together, starts to turn into worry, as she fears that Jack may not share her enthusiasm. The building tension for Diane, this home renovation represents much more than just a physical transformation of their space. It's symbolic of her efforts to build a new life with Jack, a life that she hopes will be stable and grounded after the tumultuous years she spent in and out of the shadows. She's determined to make this house a home that reflects their future together, but she can't help but feel the growing weight of Jack's silence on the matter. Every day that passes without him sharing his thoughts adds to the anxiety building in her chest. Jack, on the other hand, has always been a man of careful deliberation. He doesn't rush into decisions, especially when it comes to matters of the heart and home. Diane's eagerness to renovate their shared space has undoubtedly caught him off guard. While he appreciates her drive and dedication, he isn't entirely sure about some of the changes she's making. His hesitation doesn't stem from a lack of love for her, far from it. It's more that Jack feels uncertain about whether the renovations represent a true reflection of their future, or if they're a knee-jerk reaction to the overwhelming emotions Diane is grappling with as she adjusts to a life with him after so many years apart. For Jack, this renovation is more than just a physical transformation, it's a metaphor for their relationship. While Diane is eager to make sweeping changes, Jack is more focused on what those changes represent. He doesn't want to make any decisions that could end up destabilizing their relationship, especially when so much of their past is fraught with baggage and uncertainty. This makes him hesitant to give Diane the validation she seeks until he's had time to truly process how he feels about the direction they're heading. The truth comes out finally. After days of deliberation, Jack can no longer stay silent. He recognizes that his hesitation has put a strain on their relationship, and that Diane deserves more than just vague reassurances. One evening, after spending some time together in their partially renovated home, Jack decides it's time to open up. With a mixture of apprehension and honesty, he shares his true feelings with Diane. "I've been thinking a lot about all these changes," Jack begins, his voice carrying both vulnerability and sincerity. "And while I'm not sure about every detail, I have to admit something." Diane looks at him, her heart racing. She's been waiting for this moment, hoping that Jack's thoughts would align with hers, but still fearing that the conversation could lead to disappointment. Jack continues, his eyes meeting hers with intensity. "I really admire what you've done here. You put so much effort into making this house a home, and I can see that you're doing it because you want us to have something lasting, something real. That means a lot to me." Diane's breath catches in her throat as she absorbs his words. she spent so much time worrying about his disapproval, imagining all the ways he might criticize her decisions, but instead, she hears the validation she's been craving. Jack isn't just tolerating the changes, he sees the effort behind them. And more importantly, he understands why Diane is doing this. He recognizes the emotional depth of her actions and, in doing so, he opens the door to a new phase in their relationship. The emotional weight of approval. Diane's joy at Jack's words is palpable. She has always longed for Jack's approval, and now that she's finally received it, she feels a sense of relief wash over her. The fear and uncertainty that had been plaguing her since the renovations began seem to melt away, replaced by a newfound confidence. Diane no longer feels the need to prove herself to Jack. Instead, she feels secure in the knowledge that he not only understands her intentions but also values the effort she's putting into their future. In the days that follow, Diane and Jack begin to talk more openly about their shared future. The renovation, once a source of tension, becomes a bonding experience for the two of them. As they discuss the final touches on their home, they also start to address deeper issues in their relationship, issues that, until now, had been left unspoken. They talk about their hopes for the future, their dreams, and the changes they each want to see in their lives. Diane, buoyed by Jack's approval, finds herself looking forward to the future with renewed optimism. She knows that the road ahead won't always be smooth, but with Jack's support, she feels ready to face whatever challenges come their way. Jack, for his part, feels more at ease in their relationship. He realizes that Diane's desire for change isn't just about the house. It's about building a future with him, a future that is strong enough to withstand whatever obstacles life throws their way. A new chapter begins as the renovation nears completion. Diane and Jack find themselves in a more solid place than ever before. The house, now a true reflection of their combined efforts and dreams, symbolizes not only the physical transformation of their living space but also the emotional growth of their relationship. For Diane, the approval she's received from Jack represents more than just his acceptance of her ideas. It's an affirmation of their love, a love that has withstood the test of time and is now poised to grow stronger than ever. For Jack, the renovation process has opened his eyes to Diane's resilience and determination. He sees how much she is willing to invest in their future, and that commitment has deepened his feelings for her. He admires her for not just settling for the status quo but for pushing them both to create something new and meaningful. Together, Diane and Jack embark on this new chapter of their lives, both in their home and in their relationship. The challenges that once seemed insurmountable now feel manageable, as they've learned the power of honesty, communication, and mutual respect. And as they share quiet moments in their newly renovated home, it becomes clear that this is only the beginning of a beautiful new phase in their lives together. In the end, the house, with all its changes and transformations, is a testament to the love and commitment Diane and Jack have for one another. It stands as a reminder that, even in the face of uncertainty and fear, love has the power to transform not just a home, but the hearts of those who share it. Diane and Jack's journey through renovation and truth is a story of growth, resilience, and the deep connection that can only be built through patience, understanding, and a willingness to embrace change. The Young and the Restless, Adam and Chelsea's uncertain future, romance or trouble? As the drama in Genoa City unfolds, Adam Newman finds himself at the center of a brewing storm that threatens not only his personal relationships but also his future with Chelsea Lawson. For Adam and Chelsea, their reunion has been a long-awaited and somewhat cautious one, with the couple carefully navigating their feelings and the complex history between them. However, as time passes, Chelsea's growing suspicions about Adam's true motivations begin to cast a shadow over their newfound happiness. Is Adam genuinely committed to rebuilding their life together, or is he once again becoming entangled in the dangerous world of corporate power struggles and family legacies that have haunted the Newman family for generations? The blossoming romance between Adam and Chelsea in the beginning, Adam's return to Chelsea's life seemed like a beautiful new beginning. After all, the couple shared a rich history filled with love, passion, and, unfortunately, heartbreak. Their reunion had the potential to be everything they both desired, a second chance at happiness and the opportunity to build something lasting. Chelsea, having been through so much in her life, was hesitant but hopeful. She saw in Adam the man she had once fallen in love with, someone capable of great love and loyalty. The dynamic between Adam and Chelsea was a mix of reconciliation and anticipation. The chemistry was undeniable, and the moments they shared seemed to confirm that there was something real between them. Whether it was quiet, intimate dinners or spontaneous, loving gestures, there was a sense that the couple was slowly rebuilding the trust that had once been shattered. Adam appeared committed to making this work. He was attentive, romantic, and seemed ready to take the next steps in proving his dedication to Chelsea. He had even been planning a special surprise for her, one that could showcase his love and the sincere efforts he was making to rekindle their romance. His actions suggested that he wanted to give Chelsea the kind of life she deserved, one filled with joy, stability, and the warmth of a genuine partnership. Chelsea's growing suspicion, but as time passes, Chelsea begins to notice that there is something off about Adam's behavior. The more she observes him, the more she feels that his motivations may not be entirely as transparent as they seem. Chelsea is a woman who has been burned before, and she's no stranger to the complexities of Adam's character. His past, riddled with questionable decisions, corporate games, and the constant shadow of his father, Victor Newman, looms over their relationship. It's hard for Chelsea to ignore the patterns of Adam's past that continue to emerge in the present. Chelsea's suspicions are sparked by a series of small but telling incidents. She catches Adam in moments of secrecy, or notices that he is evasive about certain aspects of his life. Whether it's a sudden business trip or a vague response to a question about his plans, Chelsea starts to wonder if Adam's commitment to their future is truly genuine. Her heart tells her that Adam wants to be with her, but her instincts, honed by years of emotional upheaval, tell her that there may be more going on than meets the eye. As Chelsea digs deeper into her own feelings, she begins to question the timing of some of Adam's gestures. Are his romantic surprises and displays of affection a sincere attempt to win her back, or are they just a way for him to distract her from something else? She begins to wonder if Adam is truly focused on building a future with her, or if he is being drawn back into the world of corporate scheming and power struggles that once consumed him. Is Adam about to follow in Victor's footsteps? The possibility that Adam might be slipping back into the dangerous world of his father, Victor Newman, becomes increasingly clear to Chelsea. She knows better than anyone that the Newman family legacy is built on ambition, manipulation, and an unrelenting desire for power. Adam, despite his desire to distance himself from his father's shadow, has always been susceptible to the allure of that world. Chelsea starts to fear that Adam may be getting involved in something that could undo all of the progress they've made. Could he be getting drawn back into a corporate war with the same ruthlessness and disregard for the people he loves that Victor has always embodied? Adam has always been torn between his loyalty to his family and his desire to forge his own path, and Chelsea fears that this inner conflict will once again pull him away from her and their potential future. If Adam is, indeed, about to make a dangerous move, whether in business or in his personal life, it could not only jeopardize his relationship with Chelsea, but it could also drag her into a world of conflict, danger, and heartbreak once again. Chelsea's biggest fear is that Adam's actions could destroy their chances of a happily ever after, forcing them to once again face the pain of their past. Chelsea's dilemma, to trust or not to trust? As Chelsea navigates these growing concerns, she is faced with a difficult decision. Should she trust Adam, believing that his love for her is genuine and that his actions will eventually prove to be in their best interest? Or should she take a step back and protect herself from the possibility of being hurt once again? Her heart yearns for the life she once envisioned with Adam, but her mind tells her to be cautious. She doesn't want to be the woman who overlooks red flags, only to find herself heartbroken once more. The possibility that Adam may be stepping back into a dangerous world, filled with deception and betrayal, is a heavy burden to bear. Chelsea is caught in a tug-of-war between her love for Adam and her need to protect herself from the pain of betrayal that has haunted her for so long.